Yes, yes, yes. Of the day, and I hope you had a great lunch and you are ready with the second day and second half of the day. Thank you so much. So let's start with the another presentation of one of our partner for this event. Now I request Mr. Vimal Patel from Rajkot on stage. Mr. Vimal Patel जो हैं वो यहाँ पर राजकोट को represent कर रहे हैं और GPBS 2024 एक एक्सपो लग रहा है. इस एक्सपो के बारे में आपको डिटेल देने के लिए यहाँ पर आ रहे हैं. Mr. Vimal Patel from Rajkot is coming to present a detailed presentation about the expo which is happening on in 2024. What are the dates, what are the things, who are coming there. He will be telling you all the details through his presentation. So आप सभी की जोरदार तालियों से जो खाना आपने खाया है उसकी एनर्जी के साथ में. Come on ladies and gentlemen, please invite Mr. Vimal Patel. Vimal ji, please.
Good afternoon, everybody. सरदार धाम, सरदार वल्लभ भाई पटेल, उसका धाम, और हम उस कास्ट को रिप्रेजेंट कर रहे हैं, मतलब हम पटेल है. तो सरदार धाम GPBS ग्लोबल पाटीदार बिजनेस समिट, मतलब हम एक एक्सपो करने जा रहे हैं. एम्स टू स्ट्रेंथन इंडियाज इकोनॉमी बाय एम्पावरिंग youth by increasing self-reliance and boosting exports. Achieving these objectives will lead to country's real growth. So we can proudly say that GPBS is Desh Ka Expo. A unique initiative will be taken to bring together all Indian pride on one platform through Desh Ka Expo. The event will bring together Indian and international industrialists, exhibitors, buyers and visitors from all around the world. Through GPBS, Sardar Dham empowers the youth of the country with new technology and suitable guidance from leading and successful entrepreneurs. Through this initiative, GPBS gives momentum to the Startup India initiative and prepare new young entrepreneurs. Desh Ka Expo will offer special benefit to women entrepreneurs and encourage their participation in GPBS. Why in Rajkot and why it is in Gujarat? Gujarat is industrial hub. Products like ceramic, brass, engineering, agro, plastic, jewelry, oil engine, etc. Why it is in Rajkot? You shouldn't miss the visit to GPBS 24 that is scheduled on 7, 8, 9, 10 January 2024. Rajkot is economic capital of Saurashtra region. Manufacturing and suppliers from needle to aeroplane, rocket and satellite parts, defense, railway, textile, etc. Rajkot is also known as Mini Japan, and through its vibrancy also termed as Rangilu Rajkot. Rajkot is also placed in list fastest growing city of our country in Tier 2 category. An exhibition showcasing more than 1100 stalls from more than 25 business categories, more than 1000 international importers, buyers from over 30 plus countries and even more. More than 1 million visitors and representatives from various states in the country will participate in upcoming GPBS. This makes this expo a truly international exhibition. Presence of well-renowned businessmen from both in national and international background who serve as inspirations. Make your calendar schedule with us 7, 8, 9, 10 January 2024. GPBS 24 is Dist Ka Expo. You have a complete detail in our brochure and catalog bag with you. We have also stall here, so you can visit if any queries. So please, most welcome to our stall and solve your queries. So all are invited to 7, 8, 9, 10 January 24. Our expo, Dist Ka Expo, GPBS 24. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Vimal Patel, for telling about this expo detail. People who wants to join this expo exhibit themselves, so you can visit the exhibition area where they are having their stall. So now moving further, as we have people from RMB International, and there is some updation in the RMB International board. And we are very fortunate, like there are so many people from India are going to represent India in the international board. So I request to these people who are going to be international board member, international board directors for next season. So we should all clap for them, and we should also invite them, congratulate them. But before that, I request Mr. Arvind Batra, if we can, I can't see him, he's already here. मैं अरविंद बत्रा जी को स्टेज पर बुलाना चाहूँगा. And साथ ही मैं Nurveen, where is Nurveen? Can I see Nurveen here? Please call. And I also request Rajamohan sir. Rajamohan sir. People are still out after the lunch. Good one. All right. So before that, I request if we can have Sachin sir on stage for a few minutes. Sachin sir, please tell everyone about the updation of a new international board, about these members, and whatever you want to say to them. So I request, please say it here. Yes, I called you.
Thank you, Sachin. We had the elections that happened very recently, and the election results were announced. Of course, in the India group, it was announced, and a few emails were also sent out. On the board, we have 2 new members and 1 incumbent who is going to continue for the next 2 years. I would like to congratulate Arvind. Can you please? I would like to, on behalf of Fellowship Board, I would like to congratulate Arvind Batra, who has been elected in this term. I'm sure with all the vibrance that I have been seeing in him. In fact, 2022 August, when I met him, I said, Arvind, we have to do an international conclave. And he said, Sab ho jayega. We will do it. So that's the kind of confidence, commitment that I have been seeing in Arvind Batra since then. And he made it happen. And as of now, he has started with a national conclave. I'm sure in a few years from now, we are going to have international conclave that's going to happen on an annual basis, very similar to RI convention. We have committed people like Arvind Batra. I'm sure people like Arvind Batra will make it happen. We congratulate and welcome you once again, Arvind Batra. We have a lot of expectations. Yes, sir. Nextly, my good friend for the last 2-3 years, Nurvin Rati, he has been telling me that, we have to have a lot of social media presence. And this gentleman, he's from Mauritius. He keeps traveling throughout Africa. We have been talking, even on the Rotary, he had his friend come down to Bangalore for, for his kids' healthcare treatment. And then he connected with me, and we connected to a club which was very close to Narayana Hrudayalaya, which is a well-known hospital. And we know each other for quite some time, and this guy has a lot of vibrance on the IT creatives and designing. So he has volunteered to support us in social media presence and also open up chapters throughout Africa. Africa is the most happening place, and we hope that Nurvin Rati will keep up to his commitment. And he's also the zonal director for the Africa region of Rotary International. So I'm sure with all his contacts in Africa, he's going to start up many chapters there and also make it vibrant. I welcome Nurvin Rati to the board. You will be officially in the board from 1st of July. Both of you will be officially in the board on 1st of July. And we all know this gentleman, Rajamohan Dhandapani. He is re-elected into the board. He has been serving this board selflessly for quite some time. I'm very closely working with him on so many things. One of the most selfless persons that I have seen in the recent times. I appreciate his commitment. He has a lot of things in mind. He has been doing quite a few things, and we all know him very closely. We welcome you once again, Rajamohan, into the board. And we are very confident you are going to contribute a lot to this fellowship. Thank you so much.
Sachin sir, I have some more questions, and I have the questions with you. So, all three you, please stay here with Sachin sir. Sachin sir, my question is how RMB directors, these are the international members now, who can be what are the qualifications, what do you see? So other RMBians also get to know what are the things they need to be there.
The qualification for contesting, for running the election is that you have to be a minimum life member for 1 year. You should have completed 1 full year before you even contest. And then we have a very transparent voting system that happens. And then post that, we have certain amount of the timings when we are going to announce about the elections, when we are going to open the ballots. And once the ballots are closed, then within 1 or 2 days we announce it. So this happens in the second quarter of every year. We have 50% of the people, odd number directors and even number directors. So they take turns. Next year I will have to run the election once again.
And who vote for this board? Who are the eligible?
All the life members and all the annual members of that year are eligible to, submit their votes, submit their ballots. And I want to take this opportunity to make an announcement to all those people here, to all the chapters that are here. We are going to offer a discount code which will give a discount of $30 for your life membership. You can do it yourself and also for the whole of your chapter. And this code will be open for a maximum of 20 days from today. The code will be given to you on the group a little later. So you can use this for yourself and making membership in your own chapter. You can bring life members from your chapter. So overall, you will have to pay about $70 for the life membership. And I suggest you do it in bulk. Throughout, you bring all your chapter members into the portal.
So sir, being an international member, load increases or decreases?
Business increases.
Business increases.
Okay. Because let me tell you.
Business increases, load also increases.
Load is something we love to take,
Oh, right.
See, I have the experience of working with somebody sitting in California. This gentleman was talking about Wayne Rolands. So I worked with him on a software requirement for his company, Sonoma Media Partners, in 2013-14. And I also have the experience of working with somebody in New Zealand, one in the West and one in the East. Okay, I have also worked with a New Zealand guy that I met in Sydney, Rotary Means Business. So this is the kind of possibility that you can see in Rotary Means Business. This gentleman, I'm also into animal health business. This gentleman, this gentleman connected me to somebody in Mauritius. Okay, we are discussing with that person, and we hope this will happen. I have connected to somebody in Uganda, somebody in Nigeria to do business with people in Africa. In fact, I have requested him to connect me to more people in Africa because he roams around in Africa so much, and he has promised me to do that. So this is the opportunity of Rotary Means Business. This is the benefit of becoming a RMB Life member. Thank
Sorry, I just want to add something. We are basically Rotarians, right? And Rotary asks us three things. Donate your time, donate your voice, and donate your funds. Now, in RMB, how we make the most of everything? As service, we are service people, we are people of action, isn't it? Imagine now you have the potential, the world can be your playing field. That's the purpose of RMB. Whatever you're donating, you're investing, your time here is not wasted. There's no guaranteed business. It depends on you. It's a people-to-people thing, but the opportunity is there. Make the most. Join officially RMB. Your chapter is good. Imagine you're joining an international community now. So this is my point I want to make, and all the best. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Flower is here. So I request to please congratulate them once again with the flowers. Once again, congratulations to Mr. Arvind Batra. Thank you, sir. Thank you. The next one, Nurveen, International Board Member of Rotary Means Business Fellowship, and Rajamohan sir is also with us in this team. Many congratulations, all three of you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Please take your seats. Mel, we were searching for you before lunch. Where were you? You were upstairs. So now you're here. All right. So, moving further, now the next session is with the experience which recently happened to Mr. Arvind Batra when he was in Mexico. Why he was there, what he was doing there, who invited, what was the occasion. So everything is there. So I would like to request and call Mr. Arvind Batra on stage for his presentation on his recent visit and share his experience about each and everything, what he has learned and what he has what he has to share with all of you. Arvind Batra, please come on stage. Thank you so much. एक बार जोरदार तालियों से स्वागत करेंगे.
Thank you so much. Can you hear me? Okay, good. So, I'm here to let you know about Mexico experience as a speaker and as a guest. And first of all, when they invite me in Mexico, my wife told me that your English is not good. How will you manage there? Their English also not good. We will manage each other. So you have to manage with me, right? I don't know about your English, so please don't judge me by my English. So, it's 1 year old thing. A lady from Mexico, she was on my Facebook friend. She wants to come India in 2021. She was in Bangladesh. But due to Corona, that could not happen. And she went back. And she promised me that next year, because your RMB is very interesting, seems to us very interesting. So we will invite there. So when they send me invitations, I was in confusion for 5 days, what to do. Because my first 20-hour flight, 10 hours to London, 10 hours to London to Cancun. So 5 days, my wife convinced me, please don't go. Right? So, at least I was in flight. And one more thing, because most of you know, Mexico now not allowing visa to enter anyone. So I have to done my visa for UK first. Then they allow me to enter the Mexico. And they, near about 30 to 45 minutes, they investigated me. Why are you here? Interrogate me, why are you here? So I opened the website of Rotary. I show him that I am 8-year-old member in Rotary, and this is my invitation, and where will you stay, where will you go? Show me your flight tickets, local stay. Then they allow that lady enter the airport. They investigated her, and they allow me to enter the Mexico. So, when I disturbed Mr. Sachin too many times, because this was my first presentation of Rotary means business in international platform. And you know that, and thanks to this, because when we stand behind this, your shaking legs no one can see. Right? True? But they are very smart. They don't have it. So I have to do all the things. So when I reached there, a family hosted me there, and believe me, it was great experience. Now I called Rotary is a family. They roam me around everywhere. Even, can you understand my point? I don't buy Mexican currency. This whole, my visit, travel, was accommodated and hosted by them. And clap for them. It was very good experience. So, when we reached the Chiapas, I must say, if you wish to go, must visit Chiapas, very beautiful city. So next day, first day was their own sessions. Next day I have to present my PPT and about RMB. Now what you can say, कि मैं सिर्फ एक ही मुर्गा था वहाँ पे. You understand my point? Non-Mexican, मैं एक ही था. I was the only non-Mexican person there, right? So everyone tried to learn English, and I was also trying to learn English. Because they are very comfortable in Spanish. So, best experience was when they invite me on the stage, they play Hindi song. And I have to dance there. I will show you. I'm not good dancer, bad dancer, but I will show you the dance things. So they have committed me. I was there to open RMB chapters. Very strangely, they were not aware about Rotary means business. So my tagline was, as yours, we are friends in Rotary and partners in RMB, in business. So they assured me that we will open here near about 10 to 15 chapters. Right? I have done two great things. I've met all DGEs, current DG and DGEs. And they committed me that they will assign district post for RMB chair. So they can spread the things. And unfortunately, they have to invite me again. So, because this is ongoing process. So, I will show you some videos, so you can judge. Because early morning, my taxi was supposed to arrive at 5 a.m. in my hotel to catch the flight, and we were dancing at 3:30 a.m. So, can you play this, please? These are the road tractors. I am teaching them Hindi music. Thank you so much. So, when I make the PPT, I make dual language, English and Spanish. And they provide me a translator. And best part of that, she was sari. So you can, this is DG, current DG, and I'm presenting in this batch to DG. And they also give me this Rotary Heart Award for social service. This lady hosts me there. And everyone was my fan. कोई बात नहीं, आवाज नहीं है तो कोई बात नहीं. This is beauty of a culture, Rotary culture. Now he is DGN. This is a picture 2019 in Jaipur. This family hosts me there. इसमें देखना साउंड है ओके दिस
4195. Thank you to our great friend Arvind Batra, who came here to our conference and tell us about Rotary Mean Business. We will do it here in our district, and we will start this great network to be more Rotarian, to be...
Actually, he and his wife came to India in 2019. So he called me up at 7. When I'm in Jaipur, is there any meeting? So I told him that's today. Luckily, there was today of a meeting. So I don't know where this hold. I sent someone to pick him up. And there's a picture of funny dance in 2019. So at 12 night, he told me how to go there. So I dropped him. Now he was taking care of me there also. Same day, he announced DGND. Same day. So he promised me he will be brand ambassador for there. Rotary means business. 2 years. So he will open 10 to 15 chapter there. Thank you. Please.
So you will be here brand ambassador for Rotary means business?
I will be an ambassador of Rotary Mean Business in Mexico for sure.
Thank you so much.
PDG.
Hi, my dear friends. I am Igor Peniche from District 4195 in the south of Mexico. We want to do business with you. Rotary means business, and we're going to create the second chapter in Mexico, in the south of Mexico. Arvind Batra has invited us to make this happen, and we're going to take your hand to make better business with all the world. We're going to know you, we're going to meet you, and we're going to be friends. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Sure. Thank Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Arvind ji, for sharing your experience about the Mexico. And there is so many hope and so many promises by the people of Mexico about the RMB. All right, so as I was talking about one of the thing which is happening, so I request Parik sir once again from Arvino. मैं रिक्वेस्ट करना चाहूँगा आशीष पारिक जी से and I also request Miss Mel to come up on stage. We want to gift something to you. A beautiful designer jewelry hamper from Arvino. We have this hamper for you. Thank you so much, Mel, for being with us. Thank you so much, Arvino. Ashish sir, once again, thank you. All right, moving further. Now I request Mark to be on stage for the introduction session, which we were having since morning. Now it's time for Jaipur people. And apart from that, agar koi bacha hai, if anybody has left apart from Jaipur, do let us know for the introduction round of RMB. Okay, so we have made your classifications and creatives. So now one by one, I'll call all the Jaipur chapter member. If I request Jaipur chapter के जो लोग हैं, अगर हम लोग वहाँ से उठकर आगे की तरफ लाइन अप हो जाएं, तो हमारा आने जाने का समय थोड़ा कम लगेगा. ठीक है, so I'll call one by one, एक एक करके आप लोग स्टेज पर आएंगे और Mark, please do the honor. All right, so let's begin from Jaipur. We have done till Pune. Kaustubh sir, we have done. Kaustubh sir ka hua na? Thank you. All right. Moving further, now from Jaipur chapter, RMB Jaipur, I would like to invite Dr. Sumit Taneja. First of all, Dr. Sumit Taneja, please आप आइए जयपुर RMB जयपुर से. Dr. Sumit Taneja is a doctor, general physician. ये इनकी क्लासिफिकेशन है. रिलीफ होम्योपैथी एंड स्किन क्लिनिक्स के नाम से इनका क्लिनिक है और ये RMB जयपुर के एक प्राउड मेंबर. एक बार जोरदार तालियां RMB जयपुर होस्ट मेंबर्स के लिए. द नेक्स्ट वन इज डॉक्टर गोपाल कृष्ण शर्मा. मैं गोपाल जी से रिक्वेस्ट करना चाहूंगा कि स्टेज पर आए जहां कहीं भी हैं. गोपाल जी अभी यहाँ पर मौजूद नहीं है. ओके. द नेक्स्ट वन इज अशोक जैन कोटलर सर है. ही इज ऑल्सो नॉट प्रेजेंट हेयर. मिस्टर तरुण झालानी. Mr. Tarun Jhalani, please come on stage. RMBN FCA Tarun Jhalani from Jaipur. Classification is loan syndication. Company name is HN Pradhan and Company and Finance Doctor. There are two companies name. Loan syndication का इनका mainly काम है और बहुत बेहतरीन तरीके से कर रहे हैं. The next one is Vipin Bahl. Vipin Bahl sir, आपसे request है कि please stage पर आ जाएं. Vipin Bahl sir. RMBN विपिन बैल सर RMB जयपुर से हैं. आपकी क्लासिफिकेशन है सेल ऑफ कंप्यूटर्स एंड क्लाउड सॉल्यूशंस. कंपनी BB प्रोफेशनल्स कंप्यूटर्स एंड इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स प्राइवेट लिमिटेड. एप्पल, HP, माइक्रोसॉफ्ट, टाटा टेली सर्विसेज में आप डील करते हैं और हमारे RMB जयपुर के लगभग सभी मेंबर्स जो हैं इन्हीं के यहाँ से शॉपिंग करते हैं अगर उनको एप्पल के फ़ोन लेने हैं या जो कुछ भी लेना है. वेल, द नेक्स्ट वन इज बसंत जैन. बसंत जैन जी, वेयर आर यू? बसंत जी हैं. नेक्स्ट इज शशिकांत कटारिया. शशिकांत कटारिया जी हैं? आइए आइए तो आइए, आज आवाज नहीं आ रही आपकी. शशिकांत कटारिया इज फ्रॉम जयपुर, RMB जयपुर. क्लासिफिकेशन इज वेडिंग एंड पार्टीज केटरिंग. श्री कल्याण स्वीट केटरर्स के नाम से इनकी फर्म है एंड वेडिंग्स एंड पार्टी केटरिंग के लिए ये एक्सपर्ट है. इसी कड़ी में नेक्स्ट मैं इनवाइट करना चाहूंगा प्रतीत विजय वर्गीय. Prateet Vijay Vargiya, here he is from RMB Jaipur. Classification is technology consultant. कंपनी नेम इज कोड कॉन्सेप्ट टेक्नोलॉजीज प्राइवेट लिमिटेड, IT कंसल्टिंग एंड डेटा एनालिटिक्स। बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद प्रतीक जी एंड कंग्रेचुलेशंस। इसी कड़ी में द नेक्स्ट वन इज संजय जयपुरिया जी। संजय जयपुरिया जी को मैं इनवाइट करना चाहूंगा ऑन स्टेज। संजय जयपुरिया जी जयपुर से हैं। क्लासिफिकेशन ऑडियो वीडियो साउंड सिस्टम, राघव एंटरप्राइजेस के नाम से इनकी कंपनी है। प्रोजेक्टर्स, डिस्प्ले, साउंड सिस्टम, होम थिएटर्स, ये इन सब चीज़ों के अंदर आप डील करते हैं। संजय जयपुरिया जी, थैंक यू सो मच फॉर बीइंग विद अस। नेक्स्ट वन इज क्षितिज प्रसाद सर। आई रिक्वेस्ट क्षितिज प्रसाद सर, प्लीज कम ऑन स्टेज। RMB एंड क्षितिज प्रसाद। RMB जयपुर से क्लासिफिकेशन इज सर्वेयर एंड लॉस असेसर, AAKS ग्लोबल एसोसिएट एंड कंसल्टेंट प्राइवेट लिमिटेड, डील्स इन इंश्योरेंस क्लेम्स। और इनकी प्रोफाइल बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है बिजनेस में, तो आप जरूर इनसे मुलाकात कीजिएगा। द नेक्स्ट वन इज कुबेर तोशनीवाल। कुबेर तोशनीवाल, क्लासिफिकेशन इज यूनिफॉर्म्स एंड टी शर्ट मैन्युफैक्चरर। एंड कल जो टी शर्ट्स आप लोगों ने पहनी हुई थी इन द इवनिंग, दैट वाइट वन during your Nargar trip, it is sponsored by Kuber Toshnewal from Maheshwari Garments. Uniforms and T-shirts manufacturing में आप deal करते हैं। Thank you so much Kuber ji for your contribution. The next one is Arvind Kumar Batra. RMB and Arvind Batra, RMB Jaipur से classification digital media and bulk SMS. Deals in digital media and bulk SMS. Company name is Globe Communication. And he's also chair of RMB Jaipur. The next one is our chair-elect, Mr. Rajesh Khatri. Rajesh Khatri, sir, from Jaipur, classification, engineering, manufacturing, and infrastructure. Company name is Rituraj Engifab Private Limited. And all types of steel structures and their allied products में आप deal करते हैं, Mr. Rajesh Khatri. The next name is Gaurav Dhamani. Is on. Mr. Sumit Dadda. Sumit Dadda is also not here. Mr. Rishi Joshi. Rishi Joshi sir, please आइए। Rishi Joshi deals in packaging materials. Company name is Global Trading Company, deals in industrial packaging materials, garbage bags, aluminum foil, rolls, container, etc. बहुत सारी चीजें ऐसी हैं जिसमें ये बहुत बेहतरीन तरीके से डील करते हैं। The next name is Sunil Suklecha sir. Sunil Suklecha जी, Sunil Suklecha sir from RMB Jaipur, classification is jewelry and gemstone. Allure Jewelry Private Limited इनकी कंपनी का नाम, होलसेल स्टर्लिंग सिल्वर एंड गोल्ड ज्वेलरी, कुंदन, मीना, प्रीशियस एंड सेमी प्रीशियस जेमस्टोन्स। एंड वर्ल्ड वाइड सर जो है बहुत सी कंट्रीज में ऑपरेट करते हैं। सुनील सुकलेचा जी। KS ढिल्लन जी हैं यहाँ पे, KS ढिल्लन सर, ओके, KS ढिल्लन सर। नेक्स्ट RMB and KS ढिल्लन जयपुर, क्लासिफिकेशन NBFC ढिल्लन माइक्रो फाइनेंस इनकी कंपनी का नाम है, और बैंकिंग सेक्टर से आप डील करते हैं। KS ढिल्लन सर, ही इज फ्रॉम होस्ट चैप्टर जयपुर, मैनी कंग्रेचुलेशंस। द नेक्स्ट नेम इज शशांक झालानी। शशांक प्लीज कम ऑन स्टेज। न्यूली मैरिड, 7 days ago और 10 days ago। शशांक की क्लासिफिकेशन है इलेक्ट्रिकल कंड्यूट पाइप्स एंड फिटिंग्स एंड लेबोरेटरीज इक्विपमेंट्स। कंपनी नेम इज झालानी एंटरप्राइजेज, इलेक्ट्रिकल कंड्यूट पाइप्स एंड फिटिंग्स एंड लेबोरेटरीज इक्विपमेंट्स में आप डील करते हैं। तो अगर आपके ऐसे कुछ रिक्वायरमेंट है तो जरूर से आप कांटेक्ट कीजिए शशांक से। नेक्स्ट इज विकास सोलंकी सर। विकास सोलंकी जी, क्लासिफिकेशन इज मोबाइल एप्लीकेशंस एंड डिजिटल मार्केटिंग, डूम शेल सॉफ्टवेयर्स प्राइवेट लिमिटेड इनकी कंपनी का नाम है, और RMB जयपुर की जो वेबसाइट है उसको हैंडल भी आप ही कर रहे हैं। Vikas Solanki sir. Website development, digital marketing, cloud solution, mobile apps and all. The next name is Mr. Bharvi Maheshwari. Mr. Bharvi Maheshwari. Oh, our event manager of the event. Innovation, team innovation and in charge of team innovation actually. He is into event management services, innovative events and weddings and destination weddings and corporate events में आप deal करते हैं. So that's it from Jaipur. बसंत जैन जी कहाँ है बसंत जैन? बसंत जैन से आइए please. बसंत जी का ना, बसंत जैन सर जो है हमारे इस कॉन्क्लेव के आप मीडिया प्रभारी भी हैं. ही इज द इंचार्ज ऑफ मीडिया मैनेजमेंट. जो न्यूज़पेपर में जो भी कवरेज आ रही है वो इन्हीं की मेहनत है. इनका प्रिंटिंग का काफ़ी पुराना काम है. वेरी ओल्ड वर्क ऑफ द प्रिंटिंग, द पेपर प्रिंटिंग स्पेशली, ऑल काइंड ऑफ पेपर प्रिंटिंग वर्क. सरस्वती प्रिंटिंग इंडस्ट्रीज into the actual city, the old city of Jaipur, इनका शॉप है. So Basant ji, being a senior member of this group, we respect him a lot. Thank you so much, Basant ji. Mark, you must be tired by standing so long for so long. Yeah, I'll give you a chance to sit another half an hour on this chair just after the.
Last but not the least, the last one is Sachin, RJ Sachin, our own RJ Sachin, and his classification is entertainment and media. And the beautiful voice you are hearing since morning is Sachin. हमारे सारे shows यही करते हैं, so that his voice goes directly into your hearts.
All right, so this was our introduction part, and we have completed all the introduction of the member. If somebody is missing, we'll definitely try to cover up later on, क्योंकि अभी वो यहाँ पर available नहीं है. So now we are moving towards the next session of the day, and this is something very important which we were talking in the groups. So Mark is already here. I request Sachin Gururaj sir on stage. I request Rajamohan sir on stage. I request Dr. Kalpana ma'am on stage. Kalpana ma'am, please. Kalpana ma'am. So, Mark sir, Rajamohan sir, where are you? I can't see Rajamohan sir.
Rajamohan works on the floor always.
Oh.
He's always on the floor.
Okay. And Kalpana ma'am, please come on stage. And I request Ritu ma'am, please, can you be with us here for a minute to do the honor? Ritu ma'am.
ಅದೆಲ್ಲ ಈವ್ನಿಂಗ್ ದಾ.
मैं रिक्वेस्ट करूंगा रितु मैम प्लीज आप कल्पना मैम को यहाँ वेलकम करें. Kalpana ma'am, please. We would like to welcome you on behalf of RMB Jaipur again. Welcome to business. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Ritu ma'am. Now you can take your seat.
Why do you want to welcome me again?
We were. I was updated. So now we are moving to this session, which is going to be moderated by Mr. Arvind Batra. I request Mr. Arvind Batra to please come on stage and proceed with this session, which is about Q&A, the important questions about the RMB.
Hi. Again, welcome all of you.
Thank you.
So, Mark, first of all, again, welcome to India. Welcome to India.
Welcome to India.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you. So we are here to know about RMBF. Voice is audible? Yes. So let us know about something RMBF. Rotary means Business Fellowship.
Okay. My hearing is not right, but he's translating for me.
Let us know something about RMBF.
In the worldwide?
Very briefly about Rotary Means
Okay.
Business.
Well, Rotary Means Business is the business networking fellowship for Rotary, and it's worldwide. I mean, it's the largest in India, but it's all over the world. Those of you who saw the presentation this morning saw the map, and it has really brought a lot of benefits to Rotary in terms of recruiting and retention, and brought us back to the roots that I talked about earlier back in 1905.
Okay. So we will start questions we have collected earlier. So first question was from Karan Garg, RMB Udaipur. So his question is, how can we have a centralized IT platform like My Rotary for RMBians? Like there's My Rotary in a Rotary website, right? Okay.
I will answer the question.
Okay.
I will answer. Karan, your question is like, what is it that RMB Fellowship is going to do in terms of creating a IT platform where something similar to My Rotary, where all the chapters get connected and then they have their websites hosted on myrotary. Or myrmb.jaipur.com, myrmb.udaipur.com, and connectivity. We have been talking about this for quite some time. We have also discussed this in the board. And as a part of the first thing, we have already started working on a portal which we are going to launch very, very soon. It can come as a surprise to many of you people. That is the first step, and we are of course working on a platform to bring every chapter together, and this is going to happen. We don't want to make a commitment on when it is going to happen, but we are on the job of doing this.
So next question is from Nilesh Kapasa, RMBF Bengaluru. This is for you. Kapse, sorry. What are the plans for future of RMBF in India and overseas? This is for you.
Can I ask Mark to take this question? What are the plans of RMBF for India and the whole world?
Well, it really is for worldwide. I mean, I know that we're in a domestic thing here, so you ask about India. But really, the plans are to grow it everywhere. I know that you have a goal, one of you has a goal here, to have it in every country in the world. And so we have about 120 countries, I think, to go, something like that. But that's it, is to really get the word out where people aren't aware of it yet, because it's a great way to bring people together. And as I talk about on my presentation, fellowships in general are a great way to bring people together.
We have a wish to start chapters in all 545 Rotary International districts. And we are on the job. We are also trying to talk to Rotary International to get a plenary session approval for us in the Singapore Convention so that we can spread it much faster. We also would like to reach out to all the DGs throughout the world and then start chapters, multiple chapters. This is one of the things, and as such, we already discussed about the IT platform that we have in plan to bring it up. That is also going to connect many people. These are few of the things that we have in mind, and we have been working on stalls in every convention. Luckily, we have we are lucky enough to get this stall in most of the RV. In all the RI conventions, we have never failed in getting an approval for the stall. So, many things may come as surprise, and of course, we have too many things in mind. We are going to bring up everything for you.
I will also add that every year since we have been a fellowship, Rotary has awarded us a booth at the annual convention. And that is a great way to expose ourselves to areas that are not familiar with us. And I know that both Sachin, myself, and Rajamohan are all going to be at that booth. And we have met, well, just last year, we brought in, I think, 70 new members, people from countries that we had no representation in, and we added, I think, 10 or 15 new chapters from that. So it's a great way, and again, Rotary gives us that booth for free because they really support what we're doing.
So your opinion also about this?
Yeah, as I mentioned already that my goal is to see that we have a chapter in every country on the globe. And this is quite a likelihood because in the coming years, we are going to intensify our campaign about setting up RMB chapters in all the places, as many as possible. And I know that many of you are looking at, finding a system to evaluate as to how much of tangible benefit people have got by being on this platform. That is the reason why you are always asking about portals and accountability and all that. We are very much aware of that, and we would really like to work towards that. Now we have 2 more technologists on the board, Narveen and Arvind. I am sure there will be a lot of support on the IT side, and we can do this much faster.
About this.
Whatever that I would like to add to their point is, we are in fact rapidly growing in India itself. So the time has already come for us to start focusing, on systems and process, which is already in place, which has already been taken care by Sachin and Rajamohan. Along with that, we are also focusing on the governance. Plus, we are also looking at how everybody, every stakeholder, each one of you is a stakeholder in this. So how each one of you is actually getting something back home. That is also something that we are looking at, because this can become stronger and much more stronger only if we all are taking home something back with us. So there's a lot of thought process which is going on. So that's what I would like to add.
Hello. So one of the most interesting questions from Karan about social media. Why we are not on all platforms of social media? Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, Instagram.
Karan, here's the thing. We are on Facebook, we are on Instagram, we are on LinkedIn, but we are not as active as you are. But trust me, Karan, we are going to work a lot on the social media platform. This is already in plan. We have, marketing and creative gentleman whose vocation is this, and he has promised us a lot of support on the social media platform. I'm sure Nurvin Rati will bring a lot of inputs in this regard, and we are going to be there. And of course, we are going to launch a few pages in this conclave on the Instagram and Facebook.
I have a question to all of you. I want you to raise a hand if you are part of the Facebook page of Rotary Means Business. So, okay. Thank you. I think that's about 70% approximately. Second question. How many of you posted something on our Facebook page within the last 1 month? So that's not even 10%. So this is one of the reasons why we are not popular. So we guys got to post, we have to share more frequently. It is your responsibility as well. Thank you. Please keep contributing.
Thank you, sir.
And I'd like to add that I noticed that we just passed 1,000 members on the Facebook page. So that's a lot of participation. So saying we don't have a page, I'm not sure. More than 1,000 members.
I think this question is for Mark from Shikha Dada Rotary Bengaluru. What was your first win when you started this? RMB, when you started RMBF?
This would be even before the fellowship. It was getting a chapter started in Napa, which is a town not that far from me. It was an uphill battle from the beginning, but I got a couple of champions with me, and we were able to pull together a very successful Napa chapter. And I think that gave me the motivation, because it was one of my first 3 or 4 chapters that I got approved. That gave me the motivation to really keep it going. And I would say the other win was when we became a fellowship. Because as I mentioned in my talk this morning, it started with what in America we call a cease and desist order, basically. You can't do this. And turning you can't do it into we'd welcome you to do it was a big success, I think.
Thank you. Dr. Kalpana, this is for you. Future of RMB from membership development and TRF. Do you agree?
Yes, I look for much more than that. In fact, it's my dream that we have a permanent representation in the Council of Legislation at the RI level. And right now, RMB is part of international service. I wish this to be the only fellowship shifted to and recognized as part of vocational service so that more and more members join Rotary and so RMB.
Thank you, sir. This question from Dilip from Pune. Now next question is from, again, Udaipur. You have too many questions, right? Okay, no issue. Can there be provision by which spouse, sibling, children of Rotarian can join RMB?
Can there be a provision for having siblings or spouse to be in RMB?
If they are not Rotarian.
Well, okay, two different answers. In the fellowship itself, no. In chapters, yes, because chapters are allowed to modify their membership. But unless the board would vote to change it, I mean, the board could vote to change it, but the philosophy for, I think, many of us on the board is that our original statement was that this is to facilitate Rotarians doing business with Rotarians. Before we were fellowship, this came up in our chapter, and it was substantially voted down. Because just because you know that this person has Rotary ethics, you don't necessarily know that their spouse has Rotary ethics. You know, marriage and not Rotarian doesn't bring you in the same thing. So because part of being RMB is that you have an automatic trust for the people that you're going to be working with. They're Rotarians. They're supposed to be following a four-way test. And a spouse who has never even heard of the four-way test cannot be as trustworthy up front. You could build a trust, but you don't have that absolute trust right up front from anyone who's not a Rotarian.
Thank you so much. So this question is from RMN S. Sundaram, Tirupur chapter. This Vanmart. So,
okay, just to brief, Vanmart is a store that is created by this gentleman to the Rotarians, for the Rotarians, by the Rotarians. So, this is, you know, he has already started bringing products from multiple Rotarians and selling it at the store. He wants to take it big, and you know, he wants to take it to all the parts of the world where we have RMB. It's a very nice thinking process that you have done. We really appreciate it. But then how we are going to take it to multiple chapters is something that you have to do. You have a networking opportunity. You have to connect with a lot of other chapters. There are ways to connect with chapters. You know that there are a lot of you know, small conclaves happening. We had a conclave that happened in Madurai very recently. Satish is working on a conclave in Goa. So these are the ways you can connect to other chapters. You can do inter-chapter meetings and connect to people and see like-minded people where you can take your Vanmart to other chapters. Of course, as a fellowship, we will support anybody who wants to do something good for you know, Rotary. The mission is very clear. We want to make sure that we help the success of fellow Rotarians. So we will certainly help in connecting you to chapters, and how you take it forward with them is in your hands.
thank you so much. Now, one common question for all, start from you. What is your next future planning for RMBF?
I suggest that let's get started with the chairman. That's better to do it.
No, we just spoke about it. I mentioned that we have a wish to start one chapter in every RI district. Of course, our secretary wants to go step by step. He says he wants to see a chapter in every state of India and then subsequently every country. But then I'm thinking a little forward. I want to make sure that we have one chapter in every RI district, 545 RI districts. And trust me, China doesn't allow Rotary to come in officially, but then we have a RMB chapter in China. The only thing is that they do not have an official bank account, But we do have a RMB chapter in China, and this is going to spread much beyond what we are thinking. I'm sure we are going to have an international conclave, which is going to be an annual event. We are going to have national conclaves that will happen. We are going to make sure that every RMB member, RMBN, is going to get connected to many people throughout the world to increase their business.
I think at this point my role has shifted a bit. I am primarily kind of the history of RMB. I can understand what's going on and help kind of guide the rest of the board that way and provide pretty much my historical knowledge. I'm not actively out there promoting as much as I used to anymore, but once in a while, if the opportunity arises, we'll go ahead and do that.
So as I told you in the morning, my top priority will be to work on the training aspect. That's very important because through training, we can make all the RMBNs talk single language. That will be very useful. And I also have another suggestion here. We are from various chapters here. Today I met with few people who are into real estate. For example, Mrs. Uma here, and another gentleman I met. So I think in each of your chapter you will have one person from real estate. In each of your chapter you will have one person from digital marketing, one person from computer hardware, one person chartered accountant, so on and so forth. So I request you all to sincerely make an effort to form a group. So we will form a real estate group today. What, Uma madam, can we do that? Yeah. So we'll form a real estate group. So other gentleman was saying that, she was saying that one of her clients is looking forward to aggregate land banks. So land banks need not necessarily be only in Bangalore where she is living, right across India. So a group of real estates from various chapters will really be benefited by all means. So this is the kind of activity we wanted to do so that, more business happens among the groups. They can complement each other's business. Thank you.
Yeah. I would like to take a practical note and then, I would like to explain. A couple of years ago, there was a requirement in the solar sector, which came to me, and I shared it to our group members, which they weren't in a position to take it up. Then I really had to kind of, find it very difficult to seriously pass it on to many of our RMB members. So at that time, I did not look at the jurisdiction, whether it's Bangalore or, something close by and all that. So somehow I bumped across Pune team, and one of the gentlemen in the Pune team took that reference. I did not even know at that time what was the value of the contract, and finally he bagged it for about 7.8 crores. And yes, I did not know, and 2.5 months later, that team, they called me, and they were so happy and they were so thankful that, that was one of the biggest contract that they have ever got through reference. My point here is we should not restrict ourselves to the location and all that. We all are part of a single unit called RMB. If we all can satisfy the requirement, okay, just look at nothing but RMB. If the person is an RMBN, because I look at it like this, when you say a Rotarian, you already crossed about 30% of the milestone in terms of the trust. When you say RMBN, 60% is crossed, and rest of the 40% is nothing but the due diligence that you have to do for the requirement or for the business. See, make your life easier. And, crossing that particular milestone really saves time, and that's one way by which we are also adding brand value. And as I was mentioning earlier about, strengthening RMB. So my suggestion is, please openly refer to RMBNs first. Then if none of that specialist is available in any of your RMB chapters, then refer to Rotarians. And as a third priority, go out of Rotary. That's all I would say. So first priority for business requirements must go to RMBNs.
Thank you. Very nice session. Can we take 2-3 questions? So quickly, 2-3 questions. Anyone? Please, precise.
My question is actually from the answers which have been given itself. So from Rajamohan sir, since you told that should have a RMB and real estate group, rather than that, only RMB India, wherein even if I'm handling as a hotelier, I might know a few real estate people, then the actual real estate guy knows as well, through the connections. So making a a pan-India group with all the classifications would act a little better than only putting all the digital in one line and the other line and the other line.
Thank you, sir. We already have one RMB India group running. Okay? Yeah, I will come to that part of it also. This was created by Rotarian Kiran Kumar of Mysore, and I am also an admin in that. So there are certain funny things here. I know there are a lot of members in RMB India group who have actually left Rotary also. We are unable to remove them because that's the kind of way we treat people, all the Rotarians we've treated. No, that's what I'm saying. Informally, if we can start with one vertical at a time and see how it goes, it will be more closed group and it's better. And another problem by having a larger group is today WhatsApp kind of a platform, messaging platform is allowing more members, right? So that's pretty good to our advantage, and it's free also. But the problem there is managing these groups. It becomes a big burden because Akshaya Tritiya comes, everybody is posting Akshaya Tritiya. Ramzan comes, everybody posts Ramzan, and all those important asks in that group is getting diluted. This is not only in RMB India group, but also in every other local group, I would say. And this has today become very synonymous to the banners that run in Yahoo or Hotmail and all that, you know. We no longer look at those banners. Earlier, those banners were the ones which was actually bringing more revenue for these platforms. Today, we don't even see these memes or flyers that are created by the people. And those who are really typing out some messages that are getting noticed, if you see, or really good creatives that are only getting noticed, not others. So I don't think it makes real sense to have such a large group to actually network at this point of time. Looking at the negatives, I'm saying, because being an admin, I get a lot of personal messages to me. Ask that guy to keep quiet, you know. Somebody will message me. Who am I to ask him to keep quiet? He has a prerogative to post. I have to let him post, as long as meets out those decency standards. So it's like that. It's also a trouble for the admin to maintain who's right, who's wrong. Another problem comes is that somebody steps down as chairman or secretary, and then someone will message me saying that, hey, this guy is no longer a chairman, don't make him admin, remove admin access for him. And these are all not my job. I got to look at my IT business as well, you know. We have certain limitations. So we operate on closed groups, and if they are very specific about their business, more business will actually happen. That is why we didn't go for all groups at one place.
Okay. What is the attendance policy for members? Because many times we are 100 members, but people are not turning up. Their attendance is very poor. How to trust? Trust is not building. What is the attendance policy? Can we terminate? That gentleman says that we'll give complaint to DG. We are facing that difficulty. How to solve this?
Yeah. Thank you, sir. This is one perennial question. It never dries up from the minds of people. As told by Mr. Mark in the morning also, every chapter, first day, it has its own flavor. Every chapter can create their own bylaws. They can have their own rules and regulations. We come to Rotary, you know, to take care of our family, we take care of our friendship, fellowship, and all that. That's why we come to Rotary. Now, we come to this fellowship for what? To network and take care of your business. So it means you should have some commitment to come to the meeting. Only if you come to the meeting and network with people, business would ever happen. It is that individual's responsibility to, you know, ensure that he is present there to come and give some referrals to the group, right? So if they're not doing that, they're not going to get either. So here is another question which most of you will ask. Can we have two people in the same vertical or classification? Two people in insurance, two auditors, two real estate agents, two IT guys. Can we have that? Our fellowship says that we can have any number of people in the same classification. The simple reason is we do not want to block someone's, you know, opportunity to be part of this RMB movement. So we don't want to block. There can be 2 or 3 people. So now what will happen in the minds of the people? They say, if another guy is going to come, he is going to eat away my business. No, that's not the case. The rest of the people who are looking at these two IT guys, say for example, will be like, whoever is, sincere and whoever is following the code of ethics and doing a good business and has good ratings and reviews, they're only going to get reference. The other guy who's not even bothered about dressing up for the meeting is not going to get business. That is very clear, and he will peter out of the meeting of the fellowship very, very soon. That is going to happen. So attendance is something that the local chapter has to think about, the local board can think about. So we don't have any policies on that as it is. That's it.
Yeah, my quick question, sir. I'll not take much time.
When I joined, this mic is on, yeah, okay. When I joined a Rotary, which was 1987, ostensibly the rule was still one person per category. And in my club of about 200, people were starting to get around it until Rotary realized that the old rule of you have to be exclusive was really not serving Rotary anymore. And so that's why we encourage chapters as well to consider the quality of the candidate and not make it so strict that you can't have more than one person in a similar category. And that's how Rotary now at this point doesn't have, I don't think there's any restrictions on categories for club members in Rotary. That's my understanding. Because we have like 10 financial planners.
Sir.
1 second, Manjunathan, sorry. See, further to what Rajamohan was talking about handling the WhatsApp groups, my sincere request to everybody, we have sent out a Google form. We have been sending out multiple times. My sincere request to all the chapters that are present here, if the chapter leader is not around, please make sure that you go and give this information to them. Whenever there is a change in leadership, we request you to kindly use that Google form and make the update. This helps us keep the documentation on the chapter leader and the connections right on our database. Please, please, please take this on priority. Make sure that the chapter leader change information is updated on the Google form that is already posted on the RMB India group. Thank you.
Hello.
It's on.
I have a request in this regard to you, since you both are heading the website part. So can we have a link which says update current leadership? I think that anybody who can get on to rotarymeansbusiness.org, let's say at the top right corner, it says update current leadership. So I think that's where you can give that link to the Google form, and I think that should be easy, right? Does everyone agree with me? Okay.
Yes,
Thank you for the suggestion.
quick question. See, presently we had one issue. RMBN wants to have to present 2 articles in RMB. So we objected that. Is that is provided, allowed in RMB?
This was just answered by Mark and Rajamohan. He will continue once. Yeah.
So this is last question, please. Yeah. Quickly.
See, suppose I come to you and talk about 2-3 business lines at the same time. You will not have any focus about any of these things actually. Let him represent 2-3 verticals and see what presentations can he give. He is at a disadvantage. If I have one single product, okay, and I am giving my presentation week after week, still they come and ask me, are you selling laptops? Boss, that's my predominant basic business here. They haven't heard my earlier presentations, or I have not told my presentations properly during the meeting. Should be one of the reasons, right? So if that were to be the case, if they want to represent 2 or 3, allow and see. It is a disadvantage for the other person. Suppose if there is a solar and a real estate person, okay, just like Uma. So if Uma has to represent only one, she's going to come and talk about 2 different products in the meeting, it's going to be very difficult. She will not get any of these things. So allow, nothing wrong will happen, sir, in my viewpoint.
I have a suggestion for this. Give it a trial for 45 days, and the chapter also can charge double membership for the same person, you know. One membership per classification. But give it a try. As Rajamohan was mentioning, people will really go nuts.
So, yeah. Yeah. It's not question, actually, we have discussed with Rajamohan morning. We can also come out with this magazine, monthly magazine of RMB. And so each chapter can feed that what they are doing also, which type of meeting they are handling once a month, twice a month, plus what are the practices they are doing. So I think that way we can also come to know each other's, how they are behaving, how they are developing the chapter. Plus also we can try to, more chapter sponsor chapter. So you can give the points. And last, we also don't mind if, say for example, physical, we also don't mind to contribute also in that magazine, like Rotary News or Rotary Today. Thank you.
Thank you, Hemant sir. So I'm going to answer this in 2-3 ways, and this is actually going to showcase the kind of difficulty we are actually having. So we came to the RMB India group and said, here is the link, go and update your chapter leaders, current chapter leaders, okay? So we wanted to be in communication with them. And we also mentioned very clearly, we are going to come out with a news magazine called RMB News, okay? So we wanted to invite people to contribute articles for that. Very few chapters did. We repeatedly told them, we are going to list the chapters who are updating their leaders, only those chapters, because I'll tell you, my chapter was created by a gentleman called Rotarian Kannan. Okay, he is very active in his business, but not active in RMB currently. But all the mails are still going to Kannan. After that, there have been 14 different chairmen in our RMB. So still the mails are going to him. Sometimes he may respond, sometimes he may not respond. That's why we wanted to know who is the current chairman, because the tenure of each RMB is different. Our chapter talks about 6 months. Hyderabad had, Naresh, you had what, 3 years, right? 3 years tenure in the beginning. Some have 1 year tenures. We don't know when the leadership change happens. This is one problem we have. Second, when people post too many flyers in the group, such important messages get, diluted. It goes unnoticed, because of which we have a difficulty. We successfully launched RMB News, first RMB News. How many of you saw that first? RMB News. This side, did you all see the RMB News? Okay, I will tell you, for example, this side I didn't see many hands go up. I have a sizable representation from Tamil Nadu. I posted the RMB News magazine on the Tamil Nadu group as well. They have not seen it. Why? Because it also looks like another similar flyer posted by one of our partners there. This is the problem, why it goes unnoticed. Okay, so what was the main question that he asked about? Rotary magazine, yeah. So yes, we would like to do that. We wanted to talk about interesting things that are happening in RMB world. For example, I was telling you this morning, we have a chapter called RMB Vijayawada Midtown. How many of you know about that chapter? RMB Vijayawada Midtown. Anyone here? I'll tell you. You know the size of the chapter? Any guess on the size of the membership of the chapter? 400? Pardon me? Yeah, they are about 250 plus. Believe me, 250 plus in a single RMB chapter, that big a chapter. Don't you think it will be exciting to know more about them and network with those members? Don't you think so? They can be a major contributor to our forum. But they're away. They have a very different chapter model. They don't have bylaw. They don't have subscription. It's just run by a single person. All the rest of the 250 plus people just follow whatever that single person says. It's as simple as that. So how do they run their meetings? They require a huge hall, and meeting happens once in a month. 5 members are picked up to do 10 minutes presentation, and those 5 members sponsor the entire meeting. It's as simple as that. Okay, so none of them pay any subscription. If I were to be one of the 5 members, what happens is, I get my next opportunity after 4 to 5 years. So till such time, I'm enjoying a free ride in RMB. Everybody comes to the meeting. They have a half-a-day networking session. So such interesting things do happen in our RMB fraternity. So watch out for that. We have to have a good RMB news going. I want all of your contributions, leaders. Please understand the importance, as Hemang sir told. We need to contribute. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you, Mr. Mark. Thank you, Sachin. Thank you, Rajamohan. Thank you, Dr. Kalpana. Big round of applause. Thank you so much. Thank you.
I'm sure there are so many questions which you can ask one-on-one with these dignitaries. Thank you so much. Moving further, but before that, again, we would like to thank our sponsors. I would like to thank Dhandapani and Company, Arvind, Eternal Hospital, Maheshwari Garments, Sardar Dham GBPS 2024, which is happening in January, Meherwal Opticals, Innovative Events and Wedding Planners for their beautiful arrangements. Moving further, now we have guests with us, and it is going to be a very important and quick session where we have people from MSME department, Ministry of Micro, Small and Medium Enterprises. So there are so many things which can be beneficial for you. You need to understand about the MSME, and there are people within us who actually don't know what are the benefits which you can get from the government for your business. So you need to understand the benefits of MSME, and to tell you the benefits and what can be good for you from MSME, we have very special people with us. उन्हें मैं यहाँ पर बुलाऊँ उससे पहले I request our chair elect Mr. Rajesh Khatri on stage. मैं रिक्वेस्ट करना चाहूँगा राजेश खत्री RMB जयपुर के चेयर इलेक्ट, आप स्टेज पर आएँ सर का वेलकम करने के लिए. मैं रिक्वेस्ट करूँगा श्री VK शर्मा जी से, आप डायरेक्टर हैं MSME डिपार्टमेंट के, आपका बहुत बहुत स्वागत है हमारे बीच. यहाँ पर जोरदार तालियों से स्वागत करें. श्री VK शर्मा जी हमारे बीच हैं. और साथ ही हमारे बीच में यहाँ पर जॉइंट डायरेक्टर भी मौजूद है MSME से, श्री गौरव जोशी जी. सर आपसे भी मैं रिक्वेस्ट करना चाहूँगा कि प्लीज़ स्टेज पर आएँ, और आप दोनों यहाँ पर मौजूद हैं, अपना समय निकाल कर यहाँ पर आए. राजेश सर, गौरव सर को भी प्लीज़ साफा पहनाएं आप. जोरदार तालियों से वेलकम. कम ऑन एवरीवन. पहले वी वर इन्फॉर्म्ड कि विजय सर हमारे साथ में यहाँ पर होने वाले हैं, बट हम लोग थोड़े एक्स्ट्रा फॉर्चुनेट हैं कि गौरव सर भी हमारे साथ में यहाँ पर आए हैं. सो दो ऑफिशियल्स MSME से हमारे बीच में यहाँ पर मौजूद हैं. सो नाउ आई रिक्वेस्ट राजेश सर टू टेक ओवर एंड टू स्टार्ट डिस्कशन विद आवर.
So good evening everybody. Can we give a big round of applause to both the directors from MSME? So we all welcome you, sir. MSME, some people understand, some do not. Being an engineer entrepreneur, I'm lucky to ask some questions. First, we need to understand what is MSME. So I would like to request VK Sharma sir, so please enlighten on MSME part, then we'll go for question and answer.
नमस्कार बंधुओं. Respected Mr. Mark, Sachin ji, Rajkumar ji, Rakesh Khatri ji, and Arvind ji. It is really my pleasure to be here. I know you would like to know what kind of services we are rendering. Being a MSME director, first of all, I would like to congratulate to start such kind of event. It's a very prestigious moment for Jaipur. Such kind of event you are organizing. As I know, you would like to know what kind of service our MSME Mantralaya Ministry renders to youth, how to start an enterprise, This is our first motive to promote MSME. And being an entrepreneur, I would like to request you, please focus on supply chain. As and when you visualize the supply chain, you may grow your business very well. Our institute, being a provide techno-managerial consultancy to prospective as well as existing entrepreneurs. In techno-managerial consultancy, as and when some prospective entrepreneur comes to me, first of all, I would like to visualize what kind of service or product he would like to manufacture or render to सोसाइटी. अब आप देखिएगा सप्लाई चेन जब आप फोकस कर रहे होते हैं तो पहली चीज होती है कि एक एंटरप्रेन्योर को कि बायर क्या चाह रहा है, व्हाट काइंड ऑफ प्रोडक्ट बायर वांट्स, और सप्लायर और बायर को आप पहचान जाएं. आज तक जितने भी एंटरप्रेन्योर्स हुए हैं उनमें से अधिकांश से व्हाट काइंड buyer may be government department. So being a Rotarian means business or as an entrepreneur, first of all, I request you please focus on supply chain, then your customer or buyer, what he wants, as per their need. Suppose some customer wants something else, your customer is prime focus. उसके बाद में आपको आएगा कि कैसे उसको हम कहां से स्टार्ट करें. बायर यदि गवर्नमेंट है तो बीइंग ए एमएसएमई गवर्नमेंट एज पर पब्लिक प्रिक्योरमेंट पॉलिसी गवर्नमेंट को परचेज करना होता है 25% फ्रॉम एमएसएमई, 4% उनमें से भी 3% फॉर वुमेन एंटरप्रेन्योर्स. और जब मैं अभी गया था यहाँ पर पार्लियामेंट्री कमेटी मीटिंग हुई थी, मैंने पाया कि वुमेन एंटरप्रेन्योर्स का कंट्रीब्यूशन एमएसएमई में एमएसएमईज को एज ए एमएसएमई टू सप्लाई गुड्स एंड सर्विसेज टू गवर्नमेंट पीएसयूज, गवर्नमेंट डिपार्टमेंट, सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट डिपार्टमेंट इज वेरी लेस. So please, as and when some women entrepreneur comes to community business, focus on government supply. There is another opportunity, government e-marketplace. Being an prospective entrepreneur or existing entrepreneur, you have to think how to upload, how to register product on GEM, because I think in near future, government e-marketplace is a big player. If you want to supply anything to government department, PSUs, you have to register with GEM. As and when you did technology, you have to think about what kind of technology, proven technology, or at global benchmark practices, you have to think what kind of technology you are adopting. And for financing, you have to understand in Rajasthan, particularly central government department, one scheme is PMEGP, Prime Minister Employment Generation Program. Second, in state government, Mukhyamantri Laghu Udyog Protsahan Yojana. Or in case of farmers, I am telling you, there is a big good scheme in which 50% subsidy. Food processing, there is a 25 to 35% subsidy. In the earlier case, this credit linked capital subsidy scheme is up to 1 crore. Now it becomes 5 crore. Collateral free loans to MSMEs. Then, if you want to know what kind of product and services are procured by government departments, PSUs, you just go through our Sambandh portal. Sambandh portal, each and every product properly defined, product, who is supplying these product and services to PSUs. Another portal is, if there is a delay in product, delay in your payments, there is another portal, Samadhan. Just go through it. Or as and when you think, being an entrepreneur for Udyam registration, I think it is free of cost. I request each and everyone, please go in government site. How we can recognize government site? Please go on gov.in or nic.in. Each and every services are free. Udyam registration is totally free. As and when you require, you update your Udyam registration. Or suppose somebody wants to update Udyam registration. So within 5 minutes, you can update your services. Your product and what kind of product you are producing, up to 8-digit NIC code. Then there is another thing. We are reimbursing trademark. Please, as and when you apply for trademark of your product, Ministry of MSME, Ministry of MSME DFO Jaipur will reimburse your trademark fees. As and when you apply for barcode, we will reimburse your barcode charges. 80% charges of barcode, we will reimburse. As and when you participate in any domestic trade fair or international trade fair, we will reimburse. Please keep in mind, without participating in trade fair, without participating in such kind of event, it is not possible to enhance your market share. And as and when you participate in domestic trade fair, please see, is it approved by Ministry of MSME, then apply online and think for reimbursement. In Rajasthan, we are giving much and more emphasis on domestic trade fairs. I invite you, please organize domestic trade fairs. Rotary means your chapter will organize domestic trade fair. We will approve it throughout India. You can apply, organize exhibitions. It's a means to generate revenue. It is not time to collect membership fees. Just such kind of persons are available. I think Rotary means just like say, it is a first barrier you have already crossed. Second barrier already crossed. Recognition is already done. But we have to prove throughout, not globally. Indians has to prove their capability, competency, ability throughout the world, throughout the globe. It is no doubt, there is no doubt at all. We are capable, laborious, and as why we are all over the world. I have visited, I start my career from Pune, then Silchar, Nagaur, Raurkela, Uttarakhand, Jaipur. Throughout India, I have already served. One thing more. As an entrepreneur, you have to think what kind of resource already available in India. Suppose we are, just our director is here. We have testing lab in which all kind of services, testing of paper, testing of cement, testing of saria, services rendered by our office. Bhiwadi, there is a tool room. PPDC, our foundry section. PPDC Meerut, it is our sports shoes. Throughout India, central government had created such kind of information that provide CSR laboratories, provide support to entrepreneurs. So, to grow your business, you need proper support, proper mentoring, and finance. What are kind of services required? Please visit MSME, DFO, their respective states, in their respective state, Or another portal is there, champions.gov.in, in which you write your grievances, your suggestions, whatever you got. Thank you very much. You call me, give you opportunity to discuss with you. This is my pleasure again. I thank Rakesh ji and Arvind ji, your team, Jaipur chapter, to give me this opportunity to meet you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Now we'll have some little small session for Q&A session. My first question, we'll have 2-3 questions maximum. My first question will be combination of 3 questions so that I get more time. So my first question is, people get confused. What is MSME? Who can be the part of MSME? Because generally we say whosoever is a manufacturer can only be a part of MSME. Is it true? Number 1. Number 2, the people are sitting from pan-India. So is there any localized policies for MSME, or this is a centralized policy for MSME? Means suppose Rajasthan government is doing something, or and other state government are doing something, providing some help. So that is a common help from central government, or it is a common policy from the entire, for the entire country, or this is some specific local policies also?
Good afternoon. It's really a great opportunity for Ministry of MSME, Department of MSME in Rajasthan to be here amongst the stalwart of the business community from all over India and the delegates from the international community also. And I really like to thank the Jaipur chapter, RMB, that's the Rotary Means Business, to hold such a kind of conclave that means business. So let's talk business. First of all, the question like, who are MSMEs? Since pre-pandemic, the moment the ministry has released the emergency credit link guarantee scheme, it's a household name, MSME, the micro, small and medium enterprises. So who are the micro, small and medium enterprises? Any manufacturing unit or a service unit can be a micro, small and medium enterprises. The classification has been redesigned or redefined recently. Most of you must be knowing, but just for the greater audience, I like to reiterate. For the micro, now it has been turned into the investment and turnover. For micro, any investment less than 1 crore and turnover of 5 crore will be termed as micro enterprises. Small enterprises will be any investment less than 10 crores and turnover of 50 crores. And for the medium, investment of less than 20 crores and the turnover of 100 crores will be termed as the medium enterprise in manufacturing and service sector. So this is the first part. Regarding the policies related to the MSMEs in the state level, I would like to mention that being industry a state matter, the industries have a dual benefit of gaining the benefits from the central government of Ministry of MSME, Government of India, as well as in every state, the industry departments or every state have their own special policies having subsidies and grant in each state. So all the MSMEs are able to get the benefit from central as well as the policies of the state.
Thank you, sir. Just from your answer, I'll have another question. See, how do you promote this one should get registered in MSME? What are the, in brief, what are the major benefits somebody can get if he get registered in MSME?
Wonderful. The best thing is this, like the government has initiated the ease of doing business. The best part is this, that to being an MSME, you don't have to go to any office. The Udyam registration is a self-registration process and you can get it done by yourself just by providing your details on the portal and you instantly generate your Udyam registration. this single registration helps you in all the benefits which are extended by the government of India to the MSME. Basically, if the second part, the benefits which you have, in this short time period, I can just give you a brief details that the ministry provides you in 2 or 3 verticals manner. Like first of all, it's the credit which the government provides. That is for the CLCSs, around to 20% of a subsidy we provide on the loan. Another important is the CGTMSC, that is a trust management scheme where the collateral free loan is been given and the government give an hedging to your loan to the bank so that the bank is not in any fear that his money will be in a troubled water. So that's a big step by the government, that the government is hedging your loan. Another part is basically the MSME faces the problem of marketing. So here already Mr. Sharma has explained that we promote domestic trade fair as well as international trade fairs. Just to give the amount which has been disbursed under the leadership of Mr. Sharma, the last year in Rajasthan only, we have provided around to 4 crores of rupees in reimbursement to around 453 MSME units, reimbursement for participating in the domestic trade fairs. So I just like to request you all that please do put in the list of the MSMEs where the domestic trade fairs are, so you can get the benefit. Same as with the international cooperation scheme also, where we provide reimbursement for participating in the international business. I hope this is a brief about this.
Yes, exactly. So my second last question to you. Suppose somebody is doing his business for last so many years and he has not get any registration from MSME. Can today he can be a part of MSME? Suppose he is doing business for last 5 years, 10 years, whatsoever. Can he be the part of MSME now?
Definitely he can be the part of MSME right now, right away. And not only the person who is doing the business for the last so many years, but even the startup who are about to start their business from today, they can also even register in the Udyam register by themselves.
So there is no past qualification, something like that. Somebody should have this kind of turnover, this kind of business in past. Suppose who has started business 2 years back, now today he wants to register in MSME. So that will be the day first for the registration. He'll not get benefited from, suppose he supplies some material to some organization in last 6 months or 4 months, and he's not getting any payment out of it. So will MSME will help him to get the payment, or he'll the part of MSME once he's registered to the MSME?
No.
I'm asking him the retrospective benefit. Can he get some benefit? Suppose I'm not getting any payment from one of the my supplier, because you do help in getting payment solution also. Suppose I'm doing business with some government organization or maybe some private organization, and I'm not getting my payment for last 60, 70, 80 days, and I get registered into MSC today itself. So will you help me to get that payment resolved? Or I'll be the part of MSME because today I'm the part of MSME. In future, you will help me for all those issues.
Sir, that's a very interesting question. We do face such kind of issues on very platforms that, yes, we are part of this. Sir, if you are having not the Udyam registration right now, but earlier if you have the Part 1 or Part 2 that were used to be earlier mandatory at that time. If you are having the Part 1 or Part 2, definitely the ministry will help you in resolving the issues in the delayed payment system.
Can a trader be a part of MSME?
Currently, yes, the trader can be the part of the Udyam registration, but the benefit is only limited to the prime lending only.
to the manufacturer? Maybe to the manufacturer or service provider?
Trader, you have asked for the trader. Yes, trader can be, but the benefits are only up to the prime lending facility.
Okay, okay.
Other benefits of the subsidy and all, they are only for the
So
manufacturing services.
my last question is, I have heard something about MSE CDP. What is it?
Okay, that's a very interesting question. One of the biggest scheme of Government of India, that is Micro Small Enterprises Cluster Development Program. The way I am seeing you people over here coming on a common platform, building business around yourself and putting India into a global perspective. That's the same thing the government is trying to come up in a sector-wise manner. That we propose that people come together, create a cluster wherein the government of India provides you with the grant of around 20 crores. 30 crores, oh wonderful, that's very increase. To help you build the common facility centers, providing you with the machinery that can help the MSMEs to bring a quality product and can reach the international market.
Thank you. So that's just from my side. If anybody sees there are so many questions, we'll take only 2 questions. You can ask. Okay, so first Kalpana will ask you some.
Let me ask a 2-part question. One, you mentioned about the cluster development. Can there be an international cluster development? That's one part of the question. And second thing is, you were also mentioning about the reimbursement program for the MSMEs. Can you brief us on the process as well?
Ma'am, what I have understood from your question, the international cluster development, like international cluster, you mean to have that the international companies coming up over here and putting up the things?
Yes, they're being part of the cluster development. I'll give you an example of, let's say, a medical facility sort of a scenario. You know what all we went through when it came to COVID, right? So in that kind of a scenario, there can be, when you talk about clusters, people from clusters come from different backgrounds, okay? As is if you look at from the top level perspective at a high scope, so people may come from the retail background, where they are the sellers, and there can be people who are into the R&D, and there can be people who are into the manufacturing part and things like that. When you take about manufacturing, there will be multiple components or parts of stuff involved in it, let's say a semi-product involved in it. Now, can all of them form a cluster? Which, like for example, why I'm asking about international cluster is there can be a lot of technology transfer. This can mean
okay, ma'am, I have understood. Currently, ma'am, the MSME CDP is for a particular physical area where the companies or the small companies, a group of companies around to 20 or 100 working together for few years, and then they are coming up together and making a cluster and creating an SPV, that is a special purpose vehicle. And regarding the technology transfer, I would like to say that please do go through the DST, the Department of Science and Technology. They are providing the platform for getting the transfer of technology from across the world. And regarding the reimbursement, the reimbursement are being done for the trade fair, the domestic trade fair, and for the international trade fair. The best part is this, that all the process is online. You just need to submit your document to the online and you get the reimbursement, that is the direct benefit transfer DBT. Thank you.
Anybody else?
Yes. Last question only.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Bhairavi ka aaj puchna hai? Okay.
So good evening, sir. I have a question. See, we are from a service-based industry. So I am running an event management and wedding planning company. My company, my firm is already MSME registered. How I can avail the benefits of MSME? Just need a brief insight on it.
Really, it's wonderful to know that you are in a service industry. But how you can get benefit? I have listed quite a schemes which are there. But it depends that what you are into in need. Because when we come across, some people require the marketing support, some people requires the credit support, other requires the infra development support. So definitely, if you have some specific thing where we can help, I'll request you to please get in touch with Mr. Nan, and we can have a one-to-one meeting in our office or any other common platform.
Also wanted to know that I registered my MSME, this registration I did just before the COVID. So I need to replenish or renew it again, or it is valid for forever?
It is valid. It is valid. The Udyam registration is valid. Every year when you update, it updates automatically. So it's the one-time registration which you have to take.
Thank you. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
So that is all for the session. I thank you once again, B.K. Sharma ji and Gaurav Joshi ji, to come here and enlighten us about the MSME. So I would request everybody to please give them a big round of applause. Sachin would like to say. So you need to be away from that speaker. Yeah.
It's just the 2.0, like we have managed and integrated with the thing. So that's why we are requesting to migrate them into the Udyam registration. You can say nothing much, but yes. Yeah, it is an integrated thing and it is fetching data. Now it is integrated with the GST things and other things. So it is a much more robust system. So we request all the MSMEs to migrate to the Udyam registration.
How are you going to help us open bank accounts? Government of India says you do not need a GST if you are less than 20 lakh turnover. When I started my company, I had this problem. I had the Udyog but then the banker said you need to have a GST. And the government of India exempts me from having a GST until I am 20 lakhs, right?
Okay, definitely I understand. Like the MSMEs are facing a lot of issues from the credit and the banking system. We are always having the lock horns with them. That's why at the state level we have the SLDC facility. So I request the Jaipur chapter of Rotarian to get the issues which they are facing with the banks and all. And every quarterly or 6 months, we have a meeting where we raise the issues of the MSMEs in the SLDC. And I definitely assured that we will take up and resolve all such kind of issues.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you. Thank you so much once again. Once again, big round of applause for both of them. And I request Bharvi Maheshwari. भारवी आपका सवाल सबसे अच्छा लगा तो इसलिए हम आपको स्टेज पर बुला रहे हैं टू डू दी ऑनर. मैं भारवी से रिक्वेस्ट करना चाहूँगा कि हमारे जो गेस्ट हैं दोनों एक ब्यूटीफुल मेमेंटो हम इन्हें भेंट करना चाहेंगे यहाँ पर. आपकी प्रेजेंस के लिए सर बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया. मैं चाहूँगा आई रिक्वेस्ट कंबाइंडली आप दोनों इसे रिसीव करें ऑन द बिहाफ ऑफ RMB फेलोशिप मैमली. RMB फेलोशिप मैमली टू MSME family, MSME department. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much. So ladies and gentlemen, now it's time for a little short break we are taking. It is called a tea break. You can have your tea और अगर आपने ले लिया तो बहुत अच्छी बात है. एक 10 मिनट का छोटा सा ब्रेक हम लोग ले रहे हैं और उसके बाद में एक बहुत ही beautiful sequence हमने plan की है. There is a sequence which we have planned with some beautiful models will be here shortly with us and